So, one last video of the year. As you can hear on my voice, I'm kinda sick, so this will be a quick one. I just wanna wish you all a happy new year, and hopefully things go well, man. Just love and be. If you don't celebrate, it's also fine, right? Um, but I wanna thank anyone who's watched my videos throughout the year because it's just been fun actually talking about things I love and, trying shit out. So, I'm extremely grateful. And we'll see what happens next year. Warriors content will obviously continue. We'll see what I'll have the passion for next year. Otherwise, nonetheless, today was another rough one with new changes to the starting lineup as Trace Jackson Davis got his first career start and Chris Paul started in place of Brandon Podziemski. Pardon me. This video will lack the quality because I simply just do not have the energy to do this shit. But I'm dedicated to the game and I kinda need this for myself also because, well, it's therapy for me, man. And, Trace and Chris Paul themselves had actually pretty good games offensively. Trace had 17 points, 8 of 11, had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He was overall solid, even though he got in foul trouble a bit because, well, Luka and Derek Lively put him on a poster, which, I mean, Derek Lively was the guy I wanted as a Warriors fan. Unfortunately, of course, he was picked at 10 and he's perfect for Dallas. But Trace is, really good and really solid, and I'm happy with what we've been seeing from him. Nonetheless, he started today, Chris Paul started, and it kind of looked the same, man. Steve Kerr said that he did this because he wanted to unlock Steph offensively off the ball. Steph was 9 of 25, at least he was letting it fly, but, December Steph sometimes just is nuts, and he had a rough end to the month. Hopefully, with the New Year's approaching, he'll get back to it, but he was 9 of 25, 25 points today. Couldn't finish a layup around the rim at all today, so that was rough to see. And you, of course, have Clay with 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in 26 minutes, 1 of 11, getting benched today. So, overall, just a bad night for everything, and I don't have a structure for saying anything here. It just feels like the Warriors kinda lost their identity, right? That is essentially, the defensive identity is completely gone. We don't close out well. We essentially have some of the worst closeouts in the league. Kuminga defensively is very inconsistent, which, is something you don't want to see from him because today he gave up so many straight line drives. He wasn't bad per se, but he wasn't good at all either because those straight line drives were just nuts, man. He was giving up easy layups to Dante Exum, who, to be fair, has been balling out, but like I said, you need him to be better defensively. Then Chris Paul, Steph Curry backcourt defensively is just nuts, especially against Luka. I know Trace Jackson Davis came in there to be more of a rim protector, but we essentially let Luka do whatever he wanted. We were switching bigs on him. Even when we double teamed, he was cooking us. We just essentially did not know what to do with Luka, and we trapped too late, and we were willingly switching Trace on him. Kuminga, was trying to guard him, but we were willingly switching anyone on him, really. And Luka completely torched us, and it opened up the game to others because we had to pay even more attention to Luka than we wanted to, and the others just knocked down wide open shots. And unfortunately, it has been the memo the last 2 years. And I don't know, man. It just feels like the team needs an overhaul. And Andrew Wiggins was more aggressive off the bench today once again, so that was nice to see. Podziemski 13, 9 and 4 off the bench. He's showing you he can play any role there is. So that's nice to see also. But other than that, GP2 got back. He was very rusty and very rough today. And it simply enough just looked lifeless. Defensively, like I said, Steph and Chris Paul backcourt is just not a not a way for success. And Kuminga, like I said, gave up straight line drives. Clay, when he does not get going offensively, he's a space cadet out there a lot of the time, but he still has the gravity to him, and he creates a lot of space for others with his, off-ball gravity still, but it's just been way too inconsistent, literally for everyone in this season. You could say that the most consistent player for us this year has been Brandon Podziemski, I suppose. And that says something, I guess. Kevin Looney has been unplayable. He played 10 minutes today. He had 5 and 3, but he just does not move the same. And I feel like I'm repeating myself so much. We at least saw at the end of the game Kuminga and Wiggins play together, and it didn't look bad. Moody couldn't get any minutes, even though we were horrible defensively, and Clay had 3 points on 1 of 11 shooting. I don't know, I feel like I would love to see a Steph, Clay, Moody, Kuminga, Trace lineup where you had the Splash Bros with all the young guys. So you have the energy, but defensively that could maybe not work, right? Because Kuminga, like I said, is inconsistent. Trace, while he certainly has a good rim protection feel and did a really good job switching out today. I mean, Luka was making some really tough shots over him. But like I said, it's all about Luka being comfortable also, right? Luka was just out there chilling, comfortable as hell. And then Moody, with no consistent playing time, it's hard to guess how well he would do with an extended role, but it feels like he should get at least 25 minutes also when you would take away from Wiggins and Clay some of those minutes, and Chris Paul especially, maybe even Podziemski, but I love Podziemski, so it's hard to say. But Chris Paul playing 33 minutes feels nasty. And while offensively he was great, he gives up so much on the other hand, and it just doesn't make sense defensively. And we barely get any transition buckets. We barely move the ball as much as we used to do, even though we had 32 assists, but it just does not feel the same. That's the thing, right? I can't explain it stat-wise, but it just does not feel the same. And the players that play the most Warriors basketball, I don't know who they are, really. Steph is playing too much off ball and kind of off script. Clay has gotten to a shot chucker, even worse than he was before, but way more inconsistent defensively. Kuminga has so many lapses. I feel like he's gotten so much better all around and even with IQ wise, but he still has so many lapses and it feels like he just can't put it all together. Chris Paul, while today he was incredible offensively, like I said, he just has so many defensive, he's a defensive liability still because he's 5'11", and Steph is 6'2", and that's a backcourt against Luka Doncic and Dante Exum and Jaden Hardy, who are taller than all of us, and Tim Hardaway's out there, right? Josh Green was cooking us today, and it's just rough, and I don't know what to make of it. I'm obviously no expert, but I'm just sad that it doesn't feel the same. So hopefully with the New Year's approaching, Draymond can get back soon, and we'll probably see some trades or not, who knows, but I hope so, honestly. And we'll just see what happens, man. Sorry for the lack of quality in this video, but I just needed it for my sake. 15 and 17 to end the year. Next game up is Orlando, which is going to be insanely tough with their size and defensive prowess and how Paolo and Franz Wagner have been playing lately. Oh, God. Hopefully changes are coming, man. Hopefully changes are coming, but I don't know if this roster just fits well enough together, if our basketball identity, as the Warriors' identity, is not outdated, really. And do we have enough to adjust? I don't know. Those are all legit questions. And, if Clay is washed, if Wiggins is washed, I don't think Clay is washed, but he can get inconsistent. If Kuminga can be a lockdown defender and consistent on defensive end, I don't know, man. The roster just does not make a lot of sense, especially considering we have to play 2 small guards. We play 3 small guard lineups. Can't play 2 of our best, quote-unquote, best wings together. I don't know, man. Just a weird year from care coaching wise. Steph has had a rough end to the month. Clay has been up and down, up and down. He was not up and down. He was down and up, and now he's had a couple of downers. So hopefully he goes back up. And of course, Draymond, you can't rely on him really, right? You just can't rely on him. And Kevin Looney essentially has been unplayable, which does not help either. And Andrew Wiggins has been incredibly inconsistent himself. So those are some of the biggest pieces we've had, right, throughout the years, and all have been essentially disappointing this season, except for Steph, I suppose. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. Anyway, once again, wish you all a happy new year. I'm gonna go lie in bed and continue to beat this goddamn virus or whatever the hell is this. And wish you all a happy new year. Hope you're sticking with me, and we'll have fun talking about basketball more once I'm healthy. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. Love and be, baby.